This is a beautiful Monday. We have Bitcoin smashing past $68,000, a very important date coming up this week for an Ethereum ETF decision, potentially pushing us into the next leg of this bull market as Washington, D.C. plays kiss or kill with crypto. We're going to get into all this and more. It's been a weird day. It's been a fast day. It's been kind of a loopy day. I got a new puppy, didn't sleep much, but it's wonderful seeing the crypto markets doing what they're doing out here. Owen kind of upset me though, because we're talking about holsters and he's got a 365 and I get no big shame against SIG. Okay. So the SIGs, they would go off when you dropped them. Sure. Some of them, like, wasn't it the P322? But it was a 365 that went off. But you have the 365.
Now the 320, the 320 is the one that went off on accident. I have
the
a 320.
That's okay. Okay. But Owen, you understand now why I love what I love. I'm a Glock Maxi. It's because all the bells and whistles are there. The level 2, the level 3 holsters readily available from Safari Land.
They just have a little more aftermarket support. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of more aftermarket support. A lot of more. That matters. What a crazy day. But let's check out the markets. I'm pretty sure Owen and potentially Nick will come hammering in here like bulls in a china shop. But we got Bitcoin acting like a bull in a china shop right now, ladies and gentlemen. $68,475. Can we get a barrel for this in the wings there? Thank you, Owen. Thank you, Owen. Now we look at this health on a shelf. Absolutely looking gorgeous. And shout out to everyone in the chat, the community. I'm watching all you guys take care of each other in our Discord and posted some of my, kind of inner thoughts, my inner memes in the Discord. You guys are absolutely awesome. Manawalk coming to the pizza party. Bob from Accountant rocking a lunch date. Shout out for you, Bob. What up? Jess Jim, Eric Carlson, Crypto Cody, Dano, the best of people, Trundle the Great. Now, before we get into all the juicy reasons why I remain extremely bullish, I want to remind everybody that this show is indeed powered by Arculus. This is the world's leading cold storage crypto asset holding position. You can absolutely secure, store, buy, swap, send, and receive your crypto using 3-factor authentication, you guys. Becoming your own bank, taking control of your own money matters quite a bit. And now we've seen the Department of Defense and Department of Justice admit that they're not going to allow money transmitters where they're talking about Bitcoin transactions. They're admitting defeat in plain sight. Nobody gets it yet. You guys here in the basement, you see it before 99% of the population will realize what's actually going on. Take your assets off of exchanges, folks. Be a part of the supply shock that's happening on Bitcoin right now. Make them realize what they're dealing with here in the crypto realm. But Bob is such a stud. Shady Bandito. Bob is such a stud. So we got a great day on the crypto markets. Just if we're looking in general, a lot of things in the green. We'll go to the 24-hour Pith. Look at that. Shout out. I was giving Pith some love last week. Definitely bouncing. Let's see how healthy we're looking. I know we're still dealing with the big unlock worries. You see it sliding downhill, trying to put the brakes on it, trying to hold up. 45 cents is the spot. We'll see if this holds or not. But it's been a fun weekend for crypto. I have this. Nicole Ministator is apparently locked out of her Twitter again. Nicole, what have you been up to? So we have Eric Balchunas talking about a big shakeup at Grayscale. The CEO, Michael Sonneschein, steps down according to the Wall Street Journal, and Grayscale names a new CEO, Goldman Sachs' Peter Mintzberg. coming in as the new CEO. A little bit more info on this from Bitcoin News. The incoming CEO of Vanguard as well oversaw BlackRock's successful filing of the Bitcoin ETF, which honestly shocked the hell out of me that it was approved, but here we are. The incoming CEO of Grayscale is coming from Goldman, but spent 7 years at BlackRock. And this could be him leaving right as he saw BlackRock moving into the crypto side of it and having to make the change over to, honestly, I mean, that's, I really don't think that this is bad at all. Either way you spin it, this is just a changing of the guard. Grayscale going to continue to lean into crypto hard. Vanguard, this is going to be interesting, because they are the ones, I believe, that said no. They're one of the few that said, no, we're not going to do the Bitcoin ETFs. And now we have an incoming CEO to Vanguard that oversaw the process of the ETF being implemented at BlackRock. So very interesting to see. Don't know if there will be many banks left in 5 years from now that don't have the Bitcoin ETF available. Many of them see the writing on the wall with their ESG initiatives, their commercial real estate portfolios absolutely getting crushed right now. They're looking for the green. They're looking for the upside. And you really can't have too much more thought other than that. It's, in my opinion, it's a pretty simple equation. Bonk still highest volume of memes on Blowfin. No influencer mentioned in the past 2 weeks. I think it's about to pop hard. Maybe Indie Halo. Let's check it out. Let's check out a little Bonk. Bonk was definitely part of the Doge crew that was absolutely ripping not too terribly long ago. This is on the daily. Got some good chop. A little bit of monthly health on a shelf, looks like. Dude, you might be onto something here. You might be onto something because he's right. The hype has not been there for Bonk and the price has been there all along the way. Definitely looking healthy now. Owen, did you know, I don't know, you probably don't know this. I found a Twitter account called Health on the Shelf. Yeah, I did. I'm going to go to my notifications, give a shout out to this guy. I feel like I'm living in a matrix sometimes when I see this stuff created, but it makes me feel also seen. So that's cool. Let's see if I can find him here. Health on a Shelf, going through. There he is. There he is. Look at this. Health on a Shelf right there. Go ahead and give him a follow. I give him a follow. Why not? You know what I mean? Pretty interesting robot face there. Just getting after it. One of the low profile, just crypto focused people. Health on a Shelf is the name. Made me feel very seen. So shout out to you, man, wherever you may be. Now, when I talk about taking your Bitcoin off exchanges by speeding up the process of the supply squeeze on these massive institutions that have, all their ETF hopes and dreams laid out, they're trying to beat you to the door. Now, and most of us here in the chat, we've packed our bags as good as we possibly can. But, okay, Felipe with, what currency is that? R2? $2 in something. Bork, maybe Felipe Lopez. But this is Bitcoin exchange reserves falling to an all-time low of 1.7 million tokens available. Supply shock incoming. This is an absolute thing of beauty right there. Hot damn, I love this chart so much. In the supply and demand process that Bitcoin is designed to withhold is now in full swing. You see all the makings for a super cycle. You see all the makings for a Bretton Woods 2.0 moment, something that the world hasn't seen in nearly 100 years. And I talked about it this morning, all the things going on the macro, giving me very Franz Ferdinand, World War I-esque vibes going on right now, where you have a lot of countries, knowingly they're at conflict to a degree with each other, but the world at large hasn't absolutely hammered into that hyperpolarization moment where the world and the nation states choose one side or the other and have at it. We are not at that moment exactly yet, but no, I don't have any tequila. I should have tequila. This is water, okay, H2O. Faden, why don't you bring me some tequila? God damn. But we see this going on, this battle of accepting crypto, all while these nation states are in conflict. And I did see this out of Venezuela, authorities releasing a video of their seizure of a large Bitcoin mining facility. They sabotaged the one technology that could save their country. This is very self-destructive behavior. Honestly, you guys, you look at the people that walk around with wheelbarrows full of money to go buy a loaf of bread in Venezuela. You see literal bags full of cash being thrown away because of how useless it is. And then you have the government coming in with guns, seizing Bitcoin mining facilities. It's absolutely disgusting. This is a spit in the face of the average person, the average Venezuelan person, the average person that's just trying to get by. And these assholes want nothing of that. Shout out to you, Laudity Oddity, for the big gifted membership there. Sock Insanity, good to see you. This small face no till. He's riding that same mindset with me where it's like, he's got that custom Pepe meme, man. You guys are watching and I appreciate it. You're spreading it. You're spreading the juice here. So now Bitcoin price action. Where are we going from here? Matthew Hyland highlighted after this morning's show that Bitcoin's attempting to make that higher high for the first time since March. This is when it was sitting here at 67.8. We are indeed trying to track on that way, folks. Let's see where we are. God, it is definitely moving. It's trying to break up to the 69 level. We'll see if we get there within the stream. Absolutely lovely to see. But now we look at this. This is interesting. Marty Party highlighting that we are on target with the U.S. Treasury buyback program. It's going to be kicking off May 29th and could absolutely trigger the Bitcoin melt-up. Treasury buybacks, just another form of quantitative easing, just another form of arbitraging the data for the Treasury to make sure that bondholders remain in their seat one way or another. We see this scam go on and on again. And interestingly enough, his kind of triangle, his bull flag type setup right here comes to a close right when the U.S. Treasury buyback begins May 29th, the end of this month. So we'll be watching that very closely, but we know they're going to continue the scam down the road. It's just a matter of how many people are pissed off the scam is still going within the big money markets that realize, hey, we need to get the hell out of this. We need to get exposure to Bitcoin one way or another. When there's a will, there is a way. South Brazil, not Brazilian. Okay. Shout out to you. Now, this is kind of an interesting talk. And let me know in the chat, is this bull market still on, or have we just recently peaked? I've seen a lot of conversations, a lot of worry that this was the peak, this AI pump, this meme coin pump, all the chaos that's going on in crypto right now, asking if we're at the top. This is an interesting thread from Crypto Distilled. Bull market peak 2024 or beyond into 2025. The cycle, very, very different. I'd agree with that. The market is less volatile and everyone is ready for altcoin Valhalla. As Bitcoin nears $70,000, you're likely wondering, will the market peak in 24 or will prices keep climbing beyond in the 2025 timeframe? So the left translated cycle here from 2024 presents 4 key pieces of evidence that support a top in 24. Save and bookmark this, yada, yada, yada. Let's go into this a little bit more. Extremely low social risk. Despite new price highs for Bitcoin, the social risk is still extremely low. This is kind of interesting to note. Honestly showing plenty of room to the upside on the social risk side. What up, Hannah? Look like you're ready to rob a building here. What the hell are you up to? My God. You got the Black Stanley even? You're like a ninja. You're a crypto ninja over here. Mm-hmm. How are you doing, Hannah? How's the Monday going for you?
Doing good. Doing great. Happy Monday. How are we?
It's an amazing day. It's really an amazing day. Except for Owen triggering me about his holster choices this morning. I'm shaking it. I'm getting over it.
Owen's ready to go shoot.
Yeah, you got to come. We're going to make another video. Owen's coming. So this is important, the social metric, because altcoins rely on social attention to grow. The current low social risk indicates very little mainstream focus on altcoins right now. Even with Bitcoin's rise, minimal interest in these altcoins suggests a limited growth potential. Bitcoin might enter a super cycle, whereas altcoins could quickly lose momentum. Man, I really disagree with that take. And why is because the Bitcoin dominance has not rolled over yet, and I do believe it will still do so, just like in history's past. Shout out.
$0.
What absolute $0 Giro. Gifting more membies to Bodhisattva. Bodhi, make sure you get in the Discord, link in the description, get part of the OG crew. Even with Bitcoin's rise, minimal interest along these altcoins is scaring people, wondering if they missed out. Bitcoin might enter the super cycle and lose momentum for altcoins. And that I just flat out disagree with, you guys. Let me know in the chat if you think that that has any credence, but I'm still going off of the dominant cycle in relation to the halving. Now, the Treasury yield spreads, a strong indicator for left translated cycle. The insight comes from analyzing other prior periods of inverted yield curves. So we go here, look at the graphs. So the market peaks occurred in March, June, and December, all when those yield curves came to their lows. Right now, they are showing that. I mean, this on the macro indicator, that looks pretty scary to me. So when you think about that, do you have more macro, leaning into crypto to further push them into the crypto market sector? Or is the Dow just going to rescind and we're going to have that true decoupling from the crypto markets? That's a big question right now. And the evidence that 2025 is actually going to be the top is here. We're going to look at this. This is the Bitcoin market cycle bottom return on investment. And we have, what is this one? This is market cycle 3 in the yellow, market cycle 4 in the green, market cycle 5 in the red here. You can see if this is the current all-time high, man, we fucked up. We really fucked up. Like, we are not doing our jobs good enough as crypto maxis. If this is the true top for this cycle, how depressing would that be, Hannah? Are you ready for this to be the top?
No.
Is that all we get?
No.
Oh my God, it's so sad. We'll go to the next one here. Bitcoin market cycle peak, return on investments. Return on investment from the last market cycle peak. This is pretty much the same thing. It is showing us a little bit more loaded, and this lines up with us being about halfway through the cycle right now. So interesting things to take into account. You do have some macro indicators like the Treasury yield showing that this is the short-term top. But then you show just traditional Bitcoin historical data showing that we're right on track halfway through the bull market.
Kind of looks like a nun.
You do. Oh my gosh. Do you confess to nuns?
Do not confess.
Okay.
Confess your sins. It makes you feel better.
Yeah. I mean, what did I do? I'm trying to think of a sin here. There's got to be something. I didn't love my neighbor.
Oh,
I did not love my neighbor.
Oh,
That is what I did.
that's literally the lesson.
Yeah,
Love
right
your
there.
neighbor.
I thought, it was hard to think of, but there it is. Love thy neighbor. That neighbor's gone. Thank God. Rest in hell.
Did he die?
No, he moved out.
Oh my God. Jeez.
Oh, yeah, it's one of those days, Hannah. It's one of those days.
Rest
So
in hell.
we got a big week in crypto, Hannah. The Ethereum ETF
Yeah.
has a
What's
chance.
going on?
It's got a chance. The SEC is going to decide on a spot Ethereum ETF. Bullish hopes meet rejectionary fears. Let's dig into this. So crypto trader, Crypto Rover, founder of CryptoC, believes the market widely anticipates a rejection of the ETF. He suggests that this bearish sentiment may already be factored into Ethereum current prices. Tend to agree with that. However, Crypto Rover argues that an approval could trigger a significant price increase for Ethereum. Fade and Trad. I did just confess. That was good. I feel like a weight is off my shoulders now. You know what I mean?
He said, I do not love thy neighbor.
I did not love my neighbor. But the other neighbor's still cool as hell. Still cool as hell. And I think the new ones are really cool too. So we'll see. Several experts have expressed growing skepticism regarding the ETF's approval. Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balchunas has significantly downgraded his estimate of the SEC's approval chances from a high 70% approval in January, he thought that, to just 35% approval chances here in May. Let's see here. James Seifert, another Bloomberg ETF analyst, also weighed in, noting that the lack of activity from key players leading up to the SEC's May 23rd decision deadline will play into this. Man, this is a tough one to call.
The deadline is Wednesday?
Yeah, it's Wednesday. I think it's the 23rd.
Thursday.
The 23rd. Yeah, because it's the 20th today.
So they're going to say yes or no on the 23rd.
Yes.
I think... I just recall my feelings during the Bitcoin when we were trying to get the Bitcoin ETF approved. I did not think it was going to be. And then all of a sudden it was.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody is for a minute. Everybody's been saying it's not going to happen in May. It's not going to happen in May.
Mm-hmm.
I think it will be approved.
You do. That would
On
be
the
hella
23rd.
bullish.
And then people today are like, BlackRock already has a trust. Like the price is already
Right.
fixed in, like you just said.
Right.
I'm kind of bullish.
Well, and we got some more info. Let's digest this info too before I make my choice. I like how bullish you are, though. That
I don't know.
that's
I
the
don't know.
chaos theory. You know, you're betting against the crowd here. ETF store president Nate Garassi said that the SEC will make a decision on an Ethereum spot ETF this week. The SEC needs to approve both the 19B-4, the change in trading rules, and an S1 registration statement for the ETF to launch. Technically, it is possible that the SEC would approve the 19B4S and then slow down the S1 approvals, registration statements, especially given the lack of participation. Very, very interesting. Looks like DZ's thinking it's going to be August. Man, this would really throw him off.
Damn, that's a long time.
August isn't really that long.
3 months.
I mean, we're cutting deeper into the statistical length of the bull market if we do wait until August. You know what I mean? A little bit of held off, built up pressure. Golly. We can't have nice things that fast. It's probably gonna land where DZ's thinking. Or like August, and they're gonna have to push it a little bit later. I mean, I don't know, but I hope you're right, Anna.
I don't know.
I really hope you're right. Because that would be hella bullish. What you got? You're praying?
Yeah, give it to God.
That's a good move. Ton has been so bullish. Too many users to not be. The ecosystem looks juicy. Yeah, STunFi. I wonder how STunFi on Ton chain. Well, hold on. I'm not too. You're fading in a minute. I will go there.
I really want to figure out Ton.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. They have 1 billion users.
Yeah.
You know, a system that's built to handle 1 billion users. It's the same conversation of like why I think Sui and Aptos are highly capable systems that will have VC interest.
And the CEO has come out and spoken out against privacy and and like the consumers' rights.
Absolutely.
Bullish. He's bullish on crypto. Everybody uses Telegram. I'm gonna make a video on the Ton ecosystem.
And make sure, and like early on, it was like 2017, 18, 19. Telegram had to separate and put some room in between them and the Tongue coin. And they did it very intelligently so that the SEC really couldn't do anything about it. They're pretty intelligent organization over there. So we might be getting this, man. It's really hard to say. We have a lot of things happening on the Hill in Washington, D.C., all while this ETF conversation is going down. This is from Coin Paprika. Will Washington embrace or restrict crypto? With Bitcoin's value skyrocketing and Wall Street showing keen interest, the U.S. crypto industry is in for the very, very crucial vote as Washington sets up for this. It's the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act, aka FIT21. This could transform the regulatory landscape for digital assets, either integrating them from more fully or hindering their growth. This bill proposes a significant change. Why in the hell I'm not even touching the computer and you see it doing that? Do you see that? My hand's over it and it's moving. It's so weird. The SEC is looking into this. Now, currently the oversight is split between the SEC and the CFTC. This is the devil in the details. FIT21 would make it so that the CFTC is the main regulator for cryptocurrencies, providing clearer rules for the industry. The bill also includes protections for consumers and guidelines for handling assets in bankruptcy. This is very, very interesting to see this being proposed. We have ETH trying to become an approved ETF in the Americas right now. That might happen this Thursday. We also have, all that SAB 121 arguments going on in the Senate and in the House of Representatives. Now, the SAB 121, the discouragement for banks to custody crypto, is moving to Joe Biden's desk. It's probably going to get vetoed. It's probably going to get squashed if it has to go right back on through the House and the Senate once again. And simultaneously, we have this FIT21 Act trying to be pushed through as well. Now, in my opinion, if they push through this FIT21 legislation, it definitely is a bad look for the SEC, trying to stick to the conversation point that Ethereum is a security and thus we cannot, open up this ETF. We have to go after these companies that are involved with it. It would tear apart a lot of those conversations. Man, Smart Smitherson feeling the bonking too. This is very interesting to see. So, in short, the FIT21 vote is a pivotal moment for the U.S. crypto industry. The legislation aims to streamline regulation by making the CFTC the main regulator, protecting customers, and clarifying asset handling in bankruptcies. Great. So this is what the banks want to do. This is what CFTC wants to do. But this is what I want to do. I want to buy raw dog Bitcoin and send it to a cold storage location, and you can do the same. I use Arculus. You can get one yourself, get 10% off, use base 10 down in the link in the description, and show all these jackasses how it's done, because we're here before the big banks, and you should go ahead and pat yourself on the back for being smart enough to beat these massive organizations to the punch when it comes to the transformation of wealth. Now, we have this from Coinbase. They're going to be sending a pizza truck to Washington, D.C., it looks like. Washington Square. Oh no, actually, New York, Washington Square. They're opening a pizza joint, Hannah. Coinbase.
What?
Look at.
Is this Mr. Beast?
No, this is Coinbase. This is straight up Coinbase. They're going to be opening a pizza truck, Coinbase Pizza in New York City. They should serve snack. That's a really good idea.
That's cute of them.
Sneck's out there.
Yeah.
Sneck's out here. I got to check out Sneck when we get into the altcoin section, see how it's doing. This is some words from Tom Emmer in regards to the central bank digital currency tug of war going on in Washington, D.C. GOP Majority Whip Tom Emmer, the idea of a central bank digital currency is more than just alarming. It is downright un-American. This week, the House GOP will uphold the American values of privacy, individual sovereignty, and free market competitiveness by passing his anti-CBDC, anti-surveillance state act like an absolute gigachad. I hope to God that this moves through. And just the fact that we've already had Florida dissent, and then was it Oklahoma? I know that we've have 2 states that essentially are banning the use of CBDCs. And if you don't have a cohesive decision between the United States, then you don't have a decision that you can stick to on a CBDC being forcibly implemented. That's just I can have a bunch of CBDC simps come in and give me word salads on how they would change some things within their tax accounting or how it would work this or the other way. No, if you have states dissenting from the acknowledgement that your CBDC is cash, you then have a civil dispute. You have a potentially civil war. If they do not back off of it and those states refuse to accept it, that is no longer the United States, folks. So my opinion on this remains, I talked about it in the morning. If they forcibly roll out a CBDC on the American people, it will be a red, wet experience indeed. Now this, Cardano, network activity on the rise, but will it be enough for ADA? Is ADA a risky bet? Hannah, how are you feeling about Cardano these days? Give me the honest, give me the deets. Give me those deets.
It's all right.
It's all right. Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
See, if you're in a relationship and you hear that, it's over.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
would have to agree. Don't stay in a relationship that makes you feel that way, guys.
Yeah. I mean, if you're like,
It's a brother. Anyways.
oh God. Well, I mean, maybe there's some hope with Sneck though. Sneck's on the tap.
Sneck is, they're doing a good job. They have a good little community, good marketing, good account. Ada is just so.
Well, it's boring until it's not. I mean, but it's been boring.
I have my bag. I'm gonna keep it. I think one day, it could. Charles, do something.
No, Charles, win moon. This is Cardano, 46 cents still. Holy shit. Okay. This is okay. I'm not going to get too concerned about this, but this is less than sparking joy for me, you guys. Don't tell me XRP is higher than ADA, right? Oh my God. XRP is at 52 cents. What the hell? Okay, so let's say I got some Cardano. I'm like, holy shit, I'm dying on the blockchain. Go to tap tools. Where are we sending? Let's see Snake. Let's see where Snake's at. Little Snicky Snake. Not bad. Look at Snake. This ain't bad at all.
Okay, Snake.
That's a pretty reasonable meme coin chart right there. Okay. I like this. I like that a lot. Let's see. Hunt token. I'm just going through the ones I felt best about within Cardano ecosystem. Hunt still hanging around here, fighting for its life on this shelf. Can this be proved as health on the shelf? Time will tell. Man. Oh, God, you put a ruthless poll up there, Dana. What? Okay. We got to make this decision right now. XRP or ADA, I'm easily choosing Cardano. Easily choosing Cardano. Does XRP have a bunch of hot meme coins that I can go check out, or, trading DEX aggregators like Hunt? Does it?
Yeah, I think I'm there too.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have both. They're like the ugly stepsisters right now, but Cardano has at least snack and good technology.
Some
good
people
tech.
sit late on XRP here. Yeah, I mean, here's what I did. So a few months back, I had still 100% of the XRP tokens that I bought March of 2020, right? Very cheap, the cheapest. And I was still way up. Okay, but it's been a long hold. There's been a lot of feelings that had come up in my mind about, is this a psyop? Is it too easy? Why would they just give this low-hanging fruit to retail? Hey, here's the next step in the banking industry. All those questions started coming to me. The timing of the lawsuits, all those things. So what I decided to do was took 90% of the XRP off the table. I translated it into render when it was like $2. Translated it into some, we got some near for like $1.90. We got tokens that are 5, some 10x from where I put that into. And really, I could have sat there with the XRP. I sold it at 60 cents. It's at 52 cents right now. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you're sitting there by virtue and you're missing out on 5, 10x's.
Yeah.
That's painful.
Yeah.
So, it's not that I dislike people that hold XRP or anything. It's just, I'm here swinging for the fences, you guys. I have a big family to take care of. And I got a lot of plans. I got a lot of things I need to do. So when I see the lack of movement, I got to make painful decision. Let's see here.
The same, I put some of my money from those coins into render, and that has done very well for me. So very happy about transferring that. And then most of my activity has been on Solana, which has paid off way more than just sitting and watching XRP and ADA sit there. So
100%.
Just make moves, be active, stay in the know with what's going on, where all the volume is.
Yeah.
But I think AVAX is also maybe worth bringing up.
You think so? So I've had an interesting run with AVAX. Owen, are you still holding that $10 bag we YOLO'd into? Okay.
I got a few free AVAX from Stars Arena.
Oh, you did?
And that's what, I opened a wallet and started.
That's a few $100
started looking at AVAX, and then I got some cocky. Just for funsies. If you're gonna get AVAX, might as well get a meme coin. If you're gonna get ADA, might as well get Snake.
It's for the culture.
Yeah, for the culture.
Yeah.
See what happens with it. But I mean, that's been, it's done fine, and I see potential in that ecosystem.
Man, there's some things with AVAX I got to think about here. So Owen, you still hold that $10 bag? I still hold I still hold 10% of it, Owen. I bought an outbuilding. I bought a sew and shop with it.
Yeah. Good call.
AVAX, what's that?
Good call.
Well, I got to do what I got to do. If mama ain't happy, no one's happy. That's what I've learned in life. You know what I mean? I can sit here and hodl and diamond hand this stuff into the center of the sun, or I can try to make my wife happy, extra happy along the way. My God, I chose the latter of it. I still hold a small amount, relatively, honestly, in Avalanche. They are going through a $4 billion unlock coming up. Let's see here. It's down to $37 right now. It's got a shelf. It's definitely got a shelf. Honestly, if I'm underexposed, if I don't have any of this actually kind of feels like I should buy more. Because I sold in the $50 to $55 range and felt like a total moron. I'm selling myself short. We're going up only. This is stupid. Why am I unloading my bags? But I got to. I bought them at $10. This thing's 5x. Buy the woman her place. You know what I mean? So I did. Now we've come back down, and honestly, I feel like I should refill this bag.
Yeah.
I feel like I should refill that bag right there. That's pretty strong.
I feel like it's a pretty good spot.
And you-
Look at the 1 month real quick.
Yeah, and you brought up a good point about the meme coins.
And like I
Cock
feel like
Inu
it's
is-
a good little like accumulate.
Right.
Accumulate.
This is the range that you're looking for. Like, this is the same kind of range that I'm used to dealing with on Chainlink. Everyone's freaking out. They're like, "Oh my God, we're going to $100." No, we're not. We're over. Oh my God. And it just goes up and down like that. And really, guys, we are not close to the real moment where you see this happening, right? This is when Bitcoin dominance gave up. Let's go to TradingView. This is probably going to, put a commercial or something in front of my face when I get on here. Probably. Let's see here. BTC.D. Just to give a quick glance, a quick looky-see. We'll back up a little bit here. Now, this is the Bitcoin dominance historical graph. We're going to add an indicator. I'm going to go to halving events. And let's see where we're at. Halving. Bitcoin halving events. There we go. Now, right here, this is what I'm looking at. So I just showed you this graph. Everyone's like, when freaking moon, yo? Like when, God, what is this thing? Move my face out of the way real quick on. So you got the all-time graph. We're holding altcoins. We're building bags. We're like, when the hell is this going to happen? Well, this is when it happens, folks. It's when Bitcoin dominance rolls over and it falls off a cliff. You can see the second halving right here. I wonder why it took away my little ruler. There it is. So let's go in here. You have essentially, I'm just going to show this for the new people because I got a bunch of new people coming in to watch the show actually. So shout out to you guys.
Hey.
You got about 230. This is really more around like 210, 220 days from the moment the halving happens until Bitcoin rolls over, gives some power back to the altcoins, back to Ethereum, and those ecosystems rip from there. Measure this halving moment to the collapse down. Right around the same thing, 230, 240 days until you absolutely fall off a cliff there. And right now we are, a couple days, like what was it, April 20th when the halving was. So we're a month out.
That is still absolutely nuts.
Isn't it though?
The Bitcoin halving was on
and
April 20th.
Take this damn screen down. I need to get a new computer in here. This is it. I am so done with this iPad. It drives me absolutely crazy. But essentially where we are right here, you have this moment. You have a good moment of all this time, about 200 days, and you'll watch Bitcoin go up and down and chop and just basically create a shelf, in my opinion, of where we're at right now. And then you'll see those good times return for our altcoins, just like AVAX had once a moon ago. And it did pump up to $136 last cycle. I'm looking for, around a $300 AVAX seems reasonable to me, very reasonable from where we're sitting right now.
Sure.
I got to get some more AVAX now. You guys are kind of I'm thinking out loud. You guys are here getting this with me. I'm going over my bags live time for you guys. So now we got this. This is a hilarious meme. This is just how life goes. Millennials, come on, collapse. Housing prices, no F's to give, not realizing that it's a finite resource. The average age of a construction worker is somewhere around 50 years old, 55 years old. And this is a very finite resource, folks. This is physical goods that are hard to come by. New, land built out with sewage, electrical, not the easiest thing in the world to come by. So just keep that in mind. For God's sakes, I'm turning more crypto into more houses this cycle, and that's the way I'm doing it. Now, this is weird. There's a dude walking around the hills, apparently, at the crash site of the Iranian president. Very interested to see if there's more details found about this individual. What the hell is going on here? Super sketchy implications coming from that crash in as Azerbaijan, I believe it was, East Azerbaijan, earlier this weekend. Absolutely crazy. So, and good to see veterans got a nice bag of AVAX. I probably need to refill the AVAX bag even more, you guys. It seems like a reasonable take. I like AVAX, it has its times. This is sad. Red Lobster's filing for bankruptcy.
Oh man.
The company is shell of its former self. Now that was rude. You know what I mean? That was rude. Oh man.
Oh, no.
Hannah, how many times have you been to Red Lobster?
Like 5 times.
5 times?
Yeah.
I have been there probably 50, maybe 70 times.
It's bus. It's good.
Yeah, I've been there a lot. Okay.
Dude, what do you know about the biscuits?
The biscuits.
Oh
They
my
got the cheesy biscuits,
God.
man.
How is that not holding up their business?
I know, right?
I buy those at like Walmart.
I know,
They're so good.
That will be their business model. They're gonna
Yeah.
have little boxed lobster with like
Yeah.
a side of boxed biscuits. Maybe that's where they're gonna move.
Short red lobster. Let's save it.
And I'm from Colorado. Okay, I take what I can get when it comes to seafood. She's a fish connoisseur. Apparently, she's got the access to the good fish. Yeah, she's got some serious feelings about red lobster. Their cheesy biscuits are damn good.
They're
though.
good.
Yeah, and guess what? I'm allergic to fish. Anyways, I forced myself to be able to eat fish. But when
What?
when I was a kid, I ate too many shrimp, way too many shrimp, and my esophagus swelled shut, so I couldn't breathe. And the doctor's like, for the love of God, never eat shellfish or fish again. Please do not do it. And I love shrimp too much.
Keeps eating.
I kept eating it, but I would eat a little bit of it.
I can't do that.
What? It didn't kill me. It made me stronger, Hannah.
Okay.
I would, you feel like the little burn on your lip. You're like, all right, I better stop right now. I may die. And then I got stranded on a inlet island in Lake Powell. The crows ate all of our food, pecked through the bean cans, opened our bean cans, and I had to fillet large fish and cook one sliver on my knife at a time to get sustenance. It really was quite an experience. It was quite an experience.
How did you get there?
Okay, so we built Jeeps. When I was a younger lad, we built nasty, nasty Jeeps. And we drove over a sand bar that was currently roughly able to drive over, but we had a very capable Jeep. We got to the location, set up camp, woke up after, 200 beers later and a couple handles, and the water had risen multiple feet. And so we were locked on this inland, this little island. Yeah. And so then we're like, okay, we got enough food. And the crows pecked open the cans of food that we had, ate all the hot dogs, all the buns, all the beans. The only thing that was left is the liquor. They left the liquor alone and the beer. But we had to fish. We had to fish for food. So that's the way it goes.
What in the world?
That's a real thing. It's a real thing. Boys will be boys. I am terrified of my son. I am so scared about what, I'm giving him all the tools.
You got a puppy.
I did get a puppy. You want to see?
Yeah, show
right,
chat.
We'll go to, let's go to here.
Everybody follows you on Twitter.
No, I got a puppy. He kept me up all night last night, but I love him still so damn much. This is a cute little guy. I named him Hoover. Hoover. His brother counterpart is named Roomba.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
Yeah, and the next dog I'm gonna name is Dyson. So I'm naming them all after vacuum cleaners because they help me out with keeping the house together. The kids drop a lot of food on the ground, and these little guys, boy, they're great guard dogs, but you got to have something to help out with it around. It gets crazy. My house, Aaron's been there. Things get crazy quick. And I'm not going to stop the children from eating a bunch of food. It's just, it's constant cleanup. I clean the place like 2 or 3 times a day. My wife works tirelessly to keep the place together. And that's kind of why I chose a smaller house, Hannah. This is a lesson. So I had a big house, big, beautiful house in Colorado. I had to clean the whole damn thing. Smaller house, more concentrated mess, takes me 20 minutes, 30 minutes to put it all together. Not bad at all. I actually prefer it. And it keeps the family closer. We're more in conversation. You know what I mean?
Where everybody's at.
Was that?
You know where everybody's at.
I know where everyone's at. Exactly. It's just more tight knit. I really like it. And, on the smaller house right now, I build the outbuilding. So my wife, she's, I don't know if she's ever going to come back in now that she's got her sewing shop. I mean, she's out there. She made a custom for her body over the weekend. She's having fun out there. So, Owen, did you see silver? Did you see what silver's doing, Owen? Oh, silver hit $36 this weekend per ounce. Yeah. Shout out to him. Now we also have Alabama-based state abolishing income taxes on gold and silver. Now we have Alabama Governor Kay Ivey, God, can't you put a T there for God's sakes? Last week signed a bill that removes all income tax on capital gains from the sale of gold and silver, enabling the state to take an important step towards reinforcing sound money principle. Enactment of Senate Bill 297 makes Alabama the 13th state in the nation that does not impose capital gains tax on the sale of gold and silver. Very, very interesting to see. I like to see states fighting for the people's ability to retain their monetary power outside of the central bank, right? If it was all lost, every state would work in tandem to be like, nope, you only get this fiat printed dollar. Give us all the bullion you have. They'll show up at your door with a weapon. They'll ask nicely. They'll see if you say yes. If you don't say yes, they don't really follow through with violence. They just go ask strongly, and it's up to you to say no strongly back to them. God, fourth floor sheetrock job taught me I'm getting old for all those stairs. Deadwood, absolute savage. Deadwood was showing me his projects while I was finishing out the daughter's room and all that stuff like that. I respect the hell out of that guy. I respect everyone that works hard. You know what I mean? Put in some sweat, man. Feels good. So nice to see from Alabama. Hannah, this is kind of crazy. Look at this notebook. Connected to your phone via Bluetooth. Look at this thing. So you're writing on the notebook, translating the info over to an app on your phone. Thus, you're able to save. I mean, you could save paper, but it's kind of interesting. Like, I mean, would you get something like that? I almost feel like getting something like this.
Yeah, I would. You can send it to anybody. But I mean, you can, yeah. Actually, I would love this.
Yeah.
Because I like to write with my hands.
Do you?
Yeah.
I remember things better when I write them down.
Mm-hmm. That's a scientific fact.
Yeah.
If you write it down, it helps.
I really like it. It's probably just taking the impression and has a set of sensors within the pages, but
this would be really cool. I mean, a lot of people already do this with like Procreate. You can draw on the iPad screen and you can get an overlay that feels like paper. So it feels like you're drawing so that you can like transfer files and make designs and make clothes, whatever you want to do, graphics. But it's just
really
like a new layer. Interesting.
Well, and it's like,
how does it go from the paper to the phone?
Well, there's got to be sensors. You saw there's like a grid of sensors on the paper itself.
I wonder how accurate and easy it is.
I mean, it looks pretty damn accurate here. We need to try it out. You can see it's got that little grid. So I'm pretty interested in this thing.
That's cool.
Now, okay. I got in a fight with people this morning about electric vehicles. And I will nod, there is some opportunity with electric vehicles for the repair stations. So, and something that holds me back from getting or just being comfortable getting an electric vehicle is the lack of maintenance locations that are out there, plus the lack of information on how to maintain it yourself, plus the ability to move that damn battery. Those batteries weigh a lot. And I don't have the stuff to be able to move it. I like being able to rip the axle off my vehicle myself if I need to. I'm used to going and four-wheeling and just putting a new axle in when we needed one in the middle of the forest. So it makes me feel a little weird being beholden to an electric vehicle. But car dealership guy did give a nod. I want to shout out. There's a ton of untapped potential for EV repair shops across the car industry. This may be an interesting move for starting up a business. You know what I mean? Like it might be short-lived, but there's going to be a bunch of Teslas and all these EV things that are being sold. And their repair locations are few and far in between. You actually have to schedule it out pretty far out in advance to get them repaired. So might be an interesting thing to think about. Now, okay, we got to talk about the best cryptos for this week. And first, before I do that, where is the top? Here it is. So here's the top AI and big data related coins sorted by notable daily development activity. Over the past 30 days, Oasis rose coming in number one. Near got my juicy bag of Near built out about a week or two ago. So I'm feeling well positioned in Near. The graph, though, coming out, still having a bunch of development activity on it. Bit Tensor, I've been bullish on this one for a hell of a long time. Showing signs of strength. Golem project, we've seen that one pop up a few times. Ocean Protocol as well. Or AI. RLC, and then Ajax. I need to look at one of these to add because what we got and why I feel a little bit of FOMO on AI coins in particular for this week is because we have NVIDIA earnings coming out, folks. And with, you know what I mean, Hannah? You remember that.
What's Render doing?
Well, look, let's check it out. So it was March of this year. We had the conference for NVIDIA. Now, let's see what it did. Yeah, you can see this. Look at that. Absolutely just nasty run up. Really hasn't given up a ton from that excited time. Huh?
And we're back at 10, almost 11.
I know. It's not giving up much action here.
What was the peak right there?
Right at about $13.20.
Yeah.
Right. And so this is solid, like NVIDIA's the next big thing, the future. And likely, honestly, you guys, they are. He who controls the data aggregation, the chips, and the design of the chips has the power. There is no simpler way of putting it. Yeah, and put in the chat which of those AI tokens you guys are feeling. I'm seeing a lot of people like an ORAI. I've been watching it slightly. Maybe I need to look at it. But yeah, Crypto Crabman, in my opinion, seeing what happened previously with just the conference, now we have Wall Street betting against NVIDIA earnings, saying that there's this big trade war, nobody wants to buy chips, blah, blah, blah. And on the other side of the mouth, BlackRock researchers are admitting that there is needed trillions of dollars in chips being purchased and developed. There is trillions of dollars of groundwork and infrastructure into data aggregation and transmission services to even have the potential to push out AI into reality. And guess what's happening? They realize they need AI because they're raising the minimum wage in California to what? They're trying to get $30 an hour. Stores are closing down. They're using it.
People are stealing all the inventory. They're squatting in houses.
Exactly. They're even stealing. They can't even keep streetlights on. They can't keep streetlights on. People are stealing the power from the streetlight and tripping it that way.
Like what?
Yeah. Or they go in and exactly kill by death. They need the copper. And interesting when flu season really kicked off, they paid us buku bucks to go protect massive copper coils, like that much copper in a line. And these people would show up in the middle of the night with this, hunk of junk car and throw thousands of pounds of these cords into their vehicle and drive off into the sunset. It's happening like crazy. Think about the infrastructure that needs to be laid out for AI to go fully implementable. And that that they want AI. The IRS wants AI to be able to aggregate all of our transactions and concisely find out who's been a naughty boy.
Yes.
That's what they want.
Do. And they probably already are.
Exactly.
And this is a little off topic, but the X algorithm has been updated. Did you see that?
No.
So it's now controlled by AI. So
good.
Yeah, that is good. I think, but it's going to help filter out like bots and engagement farmers and like smaller accounts. It doesn't matter what kind of account it comes from. It's if your tweet deserves to be seen, then it will be seen. So they say, but it's going to be controlled by AI now. So they're like in the middle of a shift.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
That is super weird. That makes me feel kind of weird.
And that's how all social media, like the entire internet is.
Yeah. It's giving me flashbacks here. So now we got these in the moment, these are the top coins with development. We got Rose, Graph, Tau, Gleam, Ocean, ORAI. Let's check out ORAI. That's the one that's winning in the chat. You guys got to spam the chat to let me know which ones you're feeling the most. Aura Chain, let's check out where we're at. See if we got a little potential moment here for us. Damn, it's been well up on the month. I can see why. Kind of a similar graph, honestly, though, to Render. Honestly, if you're looking at that graph forest through the trees here, all-time graph. March and February of 2021. This thing peaked at $76. Currently at $15. But the market cap, I like this more than refilling a bigger bag of Render because that market cap is very, very movable. And another AI coin I'm holding, I actually added to my position, is Wisdomize. Let's see here. CoinGecko. Added to my position in this one last week. Been feeling it. It's very interesting. I need to still pull up the dashboard to show you guys all the information that it kind of aggregates together, but it's AI assessing. This is just part of what it does, but it assesses Telegram messages and then comes up with an aggregate decision on kind of where the sentiment is for the market, long or short. Very, very interesting to see it. This thing, yeah, it's still just playing around about 9.2 cents right now. Added to my position, up, well, still on it, but still believing it, backed by Chainlink, feeling good. So if I'm going to be adding to this, maybe Aura Chain. Let's go back to that original tweet. We got BitTensor. I think BitTensor's still in the 390s, so I don't feel like getting in on that right now. Rose. Let's see where Rose is right now, just to go through. Rose. Oasis, because I've heard about this one quite a bit. Oh yeah. I mean, the market cap's bigger, 621, but with a little low shelf here, this is the kind of greedy entry point I like. This is the kind of stuff. Okay, maybe I'll get just a little bit of Rose to hedge. I mean, I still definitely have a lot of, the near bag. I like that it's built out right now, but getting ready for this earnings report of NVIDIA, super, super important. People down in the Rumble chat talking about, I got Trump Pepe. That's what I got on Solana. It was rugged and I bought it at the lows. It's actually crawling back to the scene here. So we'll see where that one goes. This is interesting. Is this Ansem? Yeah. Ansem Black Noise 06 states he will no longer tweet until Solana is at all-time highs.
He's cap.
Lying. He's lying.
He's so cap. He can't stay off Twitter for 5 minutes.
No kidding, right? I mean,
did you see? He over the weekend he's in Vegas or something right now, and he posted a picture of a girl like in a pool at a random place, and he was like, "Whoever can find this girl in 20 minutes, like I have something for you." And somebody did.
Somebody did.
So I'm like the reach that Twitter, whatever.
Do you think she went for him?
No, but she thought it was funny. But he has 140,000 followers. But I'm like, that is he even said, he's like, that's a lot of people. Like he's realizing it because people in the same place as him follow his account. Isn't that nuts? Like just like how big of a reach you can actually have, and like this space is a lot smaller.
That is true.
It's a lot smaller than you think.
I just think someone with that kind of mentality is just like way too egotistical.
Well, it's getting more and more by the day because of things like that. Yeah, but I mean, like he's cool. I don't think he went to Georgia Tech. That's the kind of person that like walks up and they want to fight you. They're just like, "What's up? What's up?" They just leave their hands all low and all they do is run their mouth and then they get broken jaw from running their mouth. Did you see his fight?
Huh?
Did you see Anson's
No,
fight?
he fought, didn't he? How did he do?
Precise.
Is that what happened?
He was like. Just like taking it, like it was a meme all over Twitter.
That's how it goes, It's
all part of the plan.
They sit there running their mouths a bunch, rock, 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 rock. They're just waiting to get their jaw broken. I saw the Tyson Fury fight this weekend with Usyk, I think his name was. Apparently Tyson Fury's opponent Usyk won the fight by decision. Ended up with a broken jaw.
No.
But you couldn't even tell. Very interesting.
He won, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I should probably watch that fight. The Ansem fight? I would enjoy that, it sounds like. All right, fine. Well, I'll move on here. Now, here's from DeFi Investor, the watch list of the week in altcoins, guys. We already went over the ETH decision and the NVIDIA Q1 earnings report released on May 22nd. Wednesday this week. Very, very big deal. Phantom voting on a proposal to launch a new token. S started. Phantom will rebrand to Sonic, and there will be a one-to-one migration. What the hell is this? Rebranding to Sonic? That is a terrible blockchain name.
We already have Sonic.
Well, you can't take Sonic.
Milkshakes and food.
Well, and I was thinking of the hedgehog.
The hedgehog, yeah.
Right?
There's too many Sonics.
The word Sonic has been butchered now. You don't even know what it's. Sonic Boom? Sonic Slushy? Sonic Hedgehog? What is it? You can't just keep adding meanings. All right. DEAI, the proposal to launch 3 incubator projects on 01 platform going live. Pith with a $900 million unlock coming on today. So we'll see what that price action really ends up being. This is 141% of its current circulating supply. My God. And look at that. This is why, this whole fear of unlocks and shit like that. It has a lot more validity in bear markets, you guys. This thing is just unlocked 141% of its overall supply, and it's trying to pump. So, this is part of the chaos. Up 19% on the week. Chainlink, I got people. Is it done? Is it over with? Is Chainlink's pump over? No, God, can we please have a little patience for God's sakes? We're sitting here at $16.47. What we're going to do is probably run into some resistance. Hopefully the fall back down is caught, not all the way back down here, but up in this middle range. And then we can start working our way up from that. But you just got to keep that in mind. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was your nasty, thick, juicy gains in bags built in the middle of the bull and the bear market. It takes time for those things to really get cooking.
Just believe in something.
You just got to believe in something.
Have some conviction, maybe.
Yeah, patience. You know what I mean? And that's, the patience thing is what caught me holding XRP for so much longer than I needed
about to say. Michael Moore was in chat saying, damn, you guys are impatient. But I'm like, no, we've been very patient with XRP and Cardano.
Yeah. Well, when it won the lawsuit, it gave everything up.
Yeah.
Nothing
happened after. Like, that's what we were waiting on.
That was the big, I was running around. I was like,
that was such a fun day.
I know.
Like, we were all so excited, and then it just didn't age very well.
Yeah, not too great. So not too sad about it. And then lastly, Athena USDE stablecoin will be integrated into Bybit as collateral this next week. Pretty interesting to see. What the hell is this? Oh yeah, this was disturbing. This is on MJ Truth. Let's go to bookmarks here. I've been floating around. There's people in Australia telling us about how terrible their cost of living is. I'm sorry, you guys. The world is not getting easier. Also, Wisdom smart contract successfully audited by Certic and has earned the KYC Gold Certified Top 10 Security and number 50 rank for pre-launch tokens. So good shout out to them. Whew. I'm going to go work out. It's time to go work out.
Yeah, that flew by.
Yeah, I know it did. I know. Time flies when you're having fun. C-swap or X-swap, most important for me to build right now, Faden, is C-swap. So that's where I'm moving first. Honestly, been having to focus on the AI bag before this damn earnings report came out. Now we've seen the chain link pump probably going to flow downhill, so I got to get on that chain. Thank you for reminding me for that. And shout out to everyone in the chat. Owen, for your poor holster decisions. Hannah, for the fantastic look of a nun on the show. David Lee Rotham, Deucey Does Crypto, Nicole Minis-Tater with her delicious seafood that apparently I need to taste. Fade and Tradfi, Killed by Death, FBD, Mr. Mark, Crypto Cody, Crypto Crabman, and Deucey Does Crypto and Ink Pirates down in the Rumble chat. Appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to go out there, do some working out, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Goodbye.
Woo.